welcome to Achieving Success with Olivia Atkin. I'm your host, Olivia Atkin. Each week, we will discuss the roadmap of achieving your personal and professional success. In these solo episodes, I pull back the curtain on podcasting, entrepreneurship, and personal success. You'll hear the strategies I use, the lessons I've learned, and the honest stories that have shaped me, so you can build not just a successful podcast, but a business and life you're proud of. If you've ever felt guilty for not doing enough at work, not being present enough at home, or not finding that perfect balance everyone's talking about, this episode is for you. And if you're listening during the holidays when life feels more stressed and chaotic, I want you to know you're not alone in that. My goal is to help you cut through the noise, avoid the mistakes most podcasters and entrepreneurs make, and focus on what actually works. So, if you're ready to grow with clarity and confidence, let's dive in. We've all heard the phrase work-life balance. It's thrown around like some gold standard we should all be striving for. But here's the truth. Balance, at least the way most people talk about it, it's a myth. You might be feeling it right now. Long hours at work, rushing through holiday shopping, trying to make time for family, and maybe even pushing your podcast or business to the side because there's just not enough time. Most people think balance means splitting everything evenly. Half of your time at work, half of your time at home. But that's not real life. Life is fluid. Demands change week to week, season to season. Here's how I define balance. It's about knowing where you are in your life today, identifying what your priorities are right now, and then putting your time and energy where they need to be. And the key, the real heart of balance, is presence. When you're working, be working. When you're with your family, be there. When you're podcasting, let yourself step fully into that role. I used to spend 10 to 12 hours a day grinding in my business. Maybe that's where you are right now. Working long hours, but still feeling like you're never enough. And it's never enough. Today, I work 4 to 6 hours most weekdays, and I get the same amount of work done. The difference isn't the hours, it's the focus, the boundaries, and the strategy. That's why I say balance isn't about equal time. It's about intentional time. Last year during the holidays, I went home for 16 days. I did all the planning in advance. I told my clients, I'll be out of office starting December 16th. If you need episodes edited or scheduled for Christmas or New Year's, I need your deliverables ahead of time. Sounds simple, right? Plan ahead, get the work done, enjoy the holidays. But 2 clients didn't deliver on time. I reminded them twice, and still their work came in late, which meant instead of shutting down on the 16th, I was working all the way up until the 19th, while trying to pack, travel, and switch into holiday mode. Now here's the thing. That didn't mean I failed. Balance isn't about everything going perfectly according to plan. Balance is about having a plan, adapting when things shift, and still being present where you are. And that's what I want you to hear today. Don't measure balance by perfection. Measure it by presence. Now, let's talk about the trap I hear most often from entrepreneurs and podcasters. I don't have time. Maybe you've said it yourself. You're excited to start a podcast or grow the one you already have, or even get booked on shows to share your story. But then life happens. A busy client season, holiday travel, family responsibilities. Suddenly, it feels impossible to add one more thing. Here's the reality. It will never feel like the perfect time. There will always be something. Waiting until life is perfectly balanced is like waiting for Santa Claus to bring you more hours in the day. It's not coming. And what happens when you keep waiting? You stay stuck. The idea you had for your podcast, it never launches. The visibility you wanted from guest appearances, it doesn't happen. The growth you wanted in your business, it stalls. But here's the shift. Instead of saying, I don't have time, ask, what's my priority right now? Where do I need to be present? That question changes everything. Because you don't need perfect balance to succeed. You need clarity, presence, and a strategy that adapts with you. The other big trap is perfectionism. I see so many podcasts stall because they want everything flawless before they release. They record and re-record. They edit for hours. They say, I'll launch once I have everything polished and perfect. But here's the truth. Your audience doesn't need perfection. They need you. And if you've been holding back because you don't have the perfect balance of time or the perfect plan, let me say this clearly. It's better to start imperfectly than to stay stuck. Let me repeat that again. It's better to start imperfectly than to stay stuck. I'd rather have 50 people listen to a full episode and resonate deeply with that episode than 1,000 people click play, listen for 2 minutes, and leave. Depth of impact matters more than vanity numbers. Balance isn't about doing everything flawlessly. It's about showing up with presence, consistency, and value, even if it's not perfect. So if balance is a myth, what should you do instead? I'm going to list a few things that I recommend. 1, define your priorities. Decide what matters most right now. It won't always be the same, but naming it gives it clarity. 2, be present. When you're working, work. When you're with family, be there. When you're podcasting, let yourself fully step into the role. 3, build strategy, not balance. Success comes from batching, boundaries, and focused time. Balance is fleeting, but strategy, that lasts. So here's my challenge to you. As we move through this holiday season and into the new year, if you're listening later, stop chasing perfect balance. Instead, ask, where do I need to be today? And how can I be fully present there? And if part of where you need to be is launching a podcast, growing your show, or getting booked as guests so your voice reaches more people, I can help you make that happen. You don't have to figure this out alone. I've helped countless podcasters and entrepreneurs build strategies that fit their lives, and I'd love to help you do the same. Reach out to me directly and let's talk about how you can make your podcast or guest appearances a reality. Thank you for spending time with me today on Achieving Success with Olivia Atkin. Remember, success isn't about balance, it's about priorities, presence, and strategy. Until next time, have a successful day.